Mikey and Callum, would you shut the fuck up?
Guys, welcome back to episode 29 of Crossover Convos. We are joined by the Crab Daddy BDave. How's it going?
Going good, mate. Could be worse, you know? Could be Nick Lamau, could be ugly and bucktooth like him, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Worst things in life.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, Cal.
Yeah, thank you for coming on, BDave. Obviously, are you confident for the fight? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Do you have braids or you just got out of the shower? What's going on, bye?
No, I've got a hoodie on. But it's my fucking hair.
Dog, isn't it?
No, come on, I got that okay, you get what I'm saying? So yeah, I try to cover it up, otherwise it's just hella messy, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, man, I'm good, man. Just got back from the gym, trained pretty hard today. Gonna recover for the rest of the day. Maybe play some video games, get some work done.
Yeah, sounds good, man. Sounds good. So yeah, we just ready to get this interview started then?
For sure, for sure.
Okay, so first question I want to ask is let's go back a bit. Did you ever think you'd be in the position you're in now, being able to fight on Misfits, having the platform you've got when you were young and growing up?
Yeah, I've been doing social media for several years, so I figured at some point something will work out, right? If you keep throwing a basketball, eventually you'll make it into the hoop.
Oh yeah. And then what was your initial reaction when you first got called for Misfits to fight on short notice?
I was planning on fighting on the Nashville card anyway, but I was happy because it was a main event. But at first they offered me a tag team match against Slim and Nick, and I was like, "Fuck, I really didn't want to fight Slim, but this is a lot better. This is gonna be."
So yeah, and then I want to ask as well about the KSI kit, how you got a bit viral there when you said you wanted to fight him in your backyard and everything. What was your reaction when that went viral and that blew up?
I didn't even want to make the video. My videographer Kevin, he came over and he demanded that we made a response video, even though I felt like it was a bit unnecessary because he really didn't say much about me. The video focus I feel like was foozy, but it was cool. He wanted me to make it, and then he responded again, and the clips went viral from it. So that was cool. Now I'm fighting on his cards. I haven't really talked to him that much, but I did meet up with him in LA last time he was here. But briefly, he was working, so I didn't get to talk to him that much.
Yeah. And as well, who were some of your creative idols growing up? Because obviously you've kind of got like a unique, weird style of humor.
Yeah, I'd say like, I don't know, I watched David Dobrik a lot when he was
yeah.
big, and I watched Danny Duncan. I used to watch him a lot. But yeah, probably them, I'd say.
Yeah. Do you know who Danny Mullen is?
Yeah, Danny Mullen's a funny fucker.
Yeah.
He is a funny fucker, dude. Danny Mullen, a lot of people don't know about him. He's top tier, man. And his comedy is like, you have to be in his niche, right? I feel like all of us might be in his niche, but there's a lot of people who aren't. A lot of people wouldn't like him, but I like him.
Yeah. He's got a unique sense of humor, and every video is like weirdly different.
Yeah, and he pushes a lot of boundaries. I think it's cool.
Yeah. But as well, what got you interested in YouTube or just creating content in general?
Maybe I think I'm like an attention whore. Like I don't know. I thought it would be fun when I got out of high school. I was making videos on Instagram, doing stupid shit with my buddies.
Yeah.
And then we got a few views, got posted on World Star a couple times back when World Star was real big.
Yeah.
We should just keep doing it. And that was like the goal, was to be a viral Instagrammer. But then I found YouTube like last year. A couple years ago, I was doing it as a group, like for my friends' channels and stuff. And then I started doing it myself this year.
Yeah.
Last year.
And then, on the same sort of how did you get into a question with boxing and that, were you always into it, or was it the YouTube boxing that inspired you to get into it, or how did that go?
Yeah, YouTuber boxing. When Taylor and Bryce had their fight, I thought it was cool. I was real like heavy. I was like 225 pounds probably at the time, pretty fat. And then I was like, I wanted to do it to lose weight. And then I started wanting to start taking it seriously and actually fight other YouTubers. So that's what I did.
Yeah. Do you feel like you have anything to prove in the scene, or do you just feel comfortable and accepted as you are?
Nah, this fight, man, I don't think I really have a lot to prove other than like grit. I feel like grit's gonna win at the end of the day. Nick obviously has grit. All the boys do. I'm
Yeah.
not the only one, so we're
Yeah.
gonna see who can outgrit the others, right?
Yeah, that is very true. Everyone's going to want it. But diving back a little bit, I just wanted to ask you because not many people know about this. But didn't you shoot yourself accidentally?
I did.
Yeah, so what was that like? I know that's a strange question,
I
but
just dropped my handgun and it fucking popped me in the side here.
that's crazy.
Yeah, but it like I was real chubby at the time. Like I said, I was like 220 pounds. The fat and muscle in my side like saved me. Like it hit me and it
Yeah.
wrapped around the fat and muscle. It didn't hit anything. And it ended up like that far away from my spine. Or
Oh,
like
wow.
maybe further. And it missed something that was important. I don't remember what they said it missed by like millimeter or two. But I got very, very lucky, man. God bless. I thank God every day.
Yeah, I know. Not even BDave can take out BDave.
I tried. No, I didn't try.
But yeah, as well, just quickly moving on. So obviously your first fight was on Misfits 05, like from the Misfits, not actually your first fight.
Oh, four, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 004, sorry, my bad, yeah.
Yeah,
But
tough day.
so how was that? Like, how did you find out that you were gonna get an opportunity to fight on Misfits
Well,
04?
I guess when Dylan Dennis dropped out, Temper said, "Oh, I'll fight JJ." He moved up to main event to fight JJ, and then that mystery opponent slot was still there. Obviously, it being Pineda, that was their plan. They really wanted him back. I didn't really understand it at the time, but now I do. So my coach was talking to him, and he said, "Oh, I got BDave right here. We'll get it. We'll get it." And then, or Mams, I don't know. Actually, Mams called me, and then I said,
Okay.
"All right, let me call coach and see what he thinks." And then, yeah, it was 10 days notice, right? 11
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
I was in the gym training a few days a week, 4 days a week, maybe
Yeah.
not too hard. My cardio was pretty shitty back then. And definitely didn't have like a proper camp for a fight. But I wanted to take it anyways. I thought I didn't know who it would be, but he said it's not somebody who's like too high above your level. It's not somebody
Yeah.
who's gonna walk all over me.
Yeah. And
So
going into that, like, did not that obviously you didn't believe you weren't going to win, but did you have a mindset as well of like win, draw, or lose? Like, you're still going to get another opportunity to come back on Misfits.
no, I didn't know, honestly. I thought that if I lost, I probably wouldn't be able to come back on Misfits. I didn't quite understand how the business side of it
Yeah.
worked back then. Obviously, now that I've been integrated into it now for a little while, and a lot of my friends are obviously also Misfits fighters. I kind of get how it works now, but it's not like professional boxing where when you lose, it decreases your value a lot,
Yeah.
which is kind of what I like about the influencer space because I'm not no pro boxer, but I've only been doing this a little bit. I'm like not the best boxer, so I want to
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't beat everybody, you know.
Yeah.
So what would
Yeah, no,
an
I'm glad I did well. Like I fought hard. I didn't do that well, but I definitely fought hard. And he told me after like he's excited to have me back, so that made me feel better. And then
Yeah.
they obviously
Just
did the tag team and smoked the boys.
yeah, just add on all that. You did do actually pretty good considering like you didn't have much experience. Like it could have been much worse.
Yeah, right. I felt myself start to. He hit me with a straight 1-2, and I was back against the ropes in the right hand. Like it dazed me for a sec, so I just grabbed onto him,
Yeah.
got my head back, and then let go. Started punching again.
Yeah.
so what were the nerves like backstage like? Because
Oh
obviously you didn't
yeah, man, I was buzzing. I was definitely buzzing. Nerves. I always say like the nerves before a fight is like one of the worst feelings that I've ever gotten in my life. Uh, they were calmer last time. I assume they'll be more calm this time. But that was such a crazy like I didn't have a lot of time to prepare for that fight. Obviously,
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of time to soak it in because the whole time, those whole 10 days since I got notice, I was like getting a passport, doing all the work, getting my outfit made, getting everything ready for the fight. Very, very busy. So I didn't really have a lot of time to let it soak in and realized that I was about to fight on that kind of stage. So it was a bit freaky while I was in there, but now I'm getting used to it fight by fight.
Yeah, man, that's good to hear. And as well, I want to ask quickly with the whole Pineda tag team. For your second fight where you were tagged with Pineda, did that help with your confidence, sort of knowing that he would be there? And also, like, how do you feel like the confidence is going to be for this fight now that it's, again, you on your own?
Yeah, I'd say it did help me in my confidence a bit. I knew that I had somebody to count on if I was like getting real gassed out or like letting too much go and gassing myself out. So it was nice having him there. This time it's all on me for sure. So similar concept though, I can still tag out, but that doesn't mean you can't just get tagged right back in.
Yeah.
So definitely a different system or whatever word I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not too worried about this fight, to be honest with you. I'm just training real hard, getting every ounce out of the camp that I can and feeding myself well, trying to cut this weight, trying to stay energized as well at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, because that'll be hard, especially if you're cutting weight.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I just want to quickly dive back to the tag team with Luis Pineda as well, because I've genuinely wondered this since the fight happened. So when you and Luis Pineda were obviously smoking Ice Poseidon, in your head, what was going through your head during those moments?
When I was punching him at the end, it didn't really even soak in that I finished him until I was outside the ring and like doing interviews and stuff and people were asking me questions. I didn't really, I don't know, it was like a crazy moment. The arena was electric, bro. Everything
Yeah.
was. And I was just doing what my coach told me to do. It's like switch levels, up, down, go to the body, go to the head, go to the body, go to the head. So when he wasn't like really punching back and he was kind of shelling up, I just took advantage of the opportunity that if he's not like if he's gonna lay there to die, then I'm just gonna kill him.
Yeah, that was one of the best moments when you were getting him in the corner before it ended. I was just jumping in front of my TV.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, but as well, what was training like? Because obviously Luis Pineda doesn't speak much English. So what was it like training with him?
We trained together the 2 days before the fight. We didn't really work on a strategy too much. We did work on strategy, but in my head, I wasn't really thinking strategy. I was just thinking, just fight him. Like whoever's in front of me, just fight him. I feel like people try to make things so complicated with all these strategies and stuff. It's like, oh, tag team boxing, how's it going to work? What strategy are you going to use? It's like strategy is whoever's in front of me, I'm just going to fight him.
Yeah, yeah. What was your initial thoughts when you found out about the tag team?
It sounded fun. He called me when I was at the gym, and I stepped out of the gym and took the call, Mams, and I thought like he's like, listen to this, you and Pineda tag team.
Yeah.
All right, it's gonna be fucking electric. First ever tag team, whatever. It's like, shit, let's get it.
Yeah, and the walkout was sick.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
I like to walk out on like stages that are platformed though, so we're up above everyone, so everyone can see.
Oh yeah, so everyone in the whole arena.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you kind of thrive off the energy in a crowd?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, after this time, you'll definitely know.
Yeah, I hope that the boys in the stadium are going for me anyway.
Yeah, they should be. It's BDave, the Crab Daddy.
They got to, right? If they don't, they're fucking degenerates.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Where did the nickname the Crab Daddy come from, by the way?
I have this tattoo of a crab right here.
Oh yeah.
That I got on this TV show a long time ago, and yep, I'm the Crab Daddy basically.
Hey, it's the most iconic nickname. So, yeah. We'll go into Misfits 08 quickly. Out of everyone in the tag team match, who do you think is going to be your hardest opponent in there?
Swarms. I think Swarm. Yeah.
Is there any particular reason, or do you not want to give too much away?
No, I don't think I should say it.
Okay.
He's just got like the size He's just big, you know,
Yeah, yeah, beefy.
about
Yeah.
there, and girthy.
And then going in there, who's the one you're most looking forward to fighting in there if you have one?
Nick, I mean, it's a fun fight, me and Nick, and he's a funny kid, and it's something me and him have talked about eventually happening. Hit me and him 1-on-1 for a while. I was like, yeah, just after a couple more, we'll probably get in there because there's limited people in the scene around our weight, so we're all gonna eventually fight each other. So
Yeah.
we talked about it a couple times, and now we get to do it, but not just 1-on-1. So it's kind of cool.
And quickly as well, what did you think about Nick versus Jay Swinger? How do you think that scorecard was?
Oh, bro, I don't know. I just got done with my fight and I was drunk. I don't think I kept my eyes glued to it the whole time, but Nick definitely did well.
Yeah.
Uh, he's a pretty good fighter.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah, Nick's really impressive. Like, considering it was meant to be his first fight, he is really impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's killing it. He's cool. We'll see how he fares under this right hand.
Yeah, how's the concept of the 1v1 v1 work? Because say if one person gets knocked out, does the fight continue or is it just waved off? Yeah, so it
Yeah,
continues.
they get out and then it's the other three, and then if somebody else gets knocked out, knocked down, boom,
Yeah.
then it's just two.
All right. So as well, does it count as one win on your record or will it be free?
No, it's not even on the record, bro. I mean, none of this stuff's really on the record anyway,
Well,
right?
true, because it's yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't. I don't know how you count it to your record
Yeah.
when it's like fighting three
Well,
different.
that is true.
I mean,
Yeah.
I suppose if I knocked everyone out, I'd say it's 3 wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's amazing on the record.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's it feel as well, knowing Mams Taylor phones you in for all the funnest Misfits ideas?
It's cool, man. We have a good time putting it together. I mean, it's mostly Mams, obviously, but we have a fun time doing these things, and I'm blessed to be a part of it. I like it. Like, some people would be like, "Oh, he's just like the test dummy," which is I self-proclaimed. I'm the one who came up with that. But I like it. I like doing different stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think that's cool for me.
Yeah, if you could have any like style fight you wanted, if you could make the rules or do it your own way, is there any cool things you would want to bring to Misfits?
I saw this video. It's like some some Russian fight promotion where it's like 3 girls versus one really fat guy, and their punches were just their kicks and stuff were just he was eating them. I think maybe
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah,
Like-
that'd be pretty funny.
Or yeah, probably something like that. I don't know. I don't want more than 2 people. I don't want more than one person against me at one time, like in the ring, because then I could like be fighting one and then get hit from the back or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the tag team thing, man. I think it's fun. I think eventually we should move it up to like 6 rounds.
Oh yeah, that would be fun, yeah.
Yeah. That
So-
could be cool. I'd love the tag team with Taylor Holder. He's like my best friend, and that
Yeah.
could be fun.
Yeah, who if you and Taylor Holder could tag team against anyone, who would it be?
Uh, Johnny Sins and Harambe.
Okay. Well,
Good choice.
I don't know, man. Whoever. I'd have to think. I don't know.
Yeah.
165, 170. Whoever though, and Taylor's cool. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Is that something you've discussed or is it just something you want to have?
Yeah, we talked about it. He said he'd be down.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be pretty sick to be fair.
Yeah.
wasn't Taylor Holder meant to be on Misfits 08?
Yeah, he was, but his opponent pulled out.
Right. But anyway, so another question I want to ask is, kind of continuing to what Mikey just asked then, if you could pick any opponent to be like your dream opponent, just one-on-one, who would you pick if you could think of any names right now?
I want to fight Supreme Patty real bad. You guys remember
Oh
him?
yeah, yeah, that would be cool.
That'd be a good one. I was meant to fight him on this card originally.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
That would
Maybe
be
we'll do
sick.
that another day, hopefully.
Yeah. Do you think he'd be down for that or?
Yeah, he's fought a few fights. He's all right.
Oh, I'll have to check him out. I didn't know he had a fight. I've just seen his videos.
I wouldn't really call out anybody who hasn't fought before because I feel like that's at this point I've done a few fights now and
Yeah,
I feel like I have to fight people who have fought before. I can't just fight random people.
yeah. Take notes, Idris Virgo.
Yeah. He's just calling everybody out, isn't he?
Yeah, like he literally does call out any YouTuber.
I mean, he can fight anybody for real. I mean, he's a proper professional. I don't see anybody giving him problems that's a YouTuber that much, at
Ice
least.
Poseidon.
Ice Poseidon, besides him though.
Yeah. Yeah, Ice Poseidon's kryptonite.
Besides Ice Poseidon put him down.
Yeah. Yeah, he's goated.
Yeah, yeah. I
What
think
was
Ice
your
Poseidon should come back and fight again.
yeah, yeah. What was your reaction to Ice Poseidon's like just antics during all the build up and all that? Because he is quite funny.
Yeah, he's a funny fucker. Yeah, I liked it. I like him. He's a cool dude. Um, I tried to reach out to him after the fight, but I haven't heard back from him. Maybe
Yeah, maybe he just gets nightmares about
like
you.
I stopped right when the ref told me to stop. Like I didn't fight dirty or anything. I seen Pineda always sneaking one more in there right when the ref split up. He'll just throw the left hand to the body like he did like 2 or 3 times and people were tagging out.
Yeah, I seen a post-fight interview as well where like Ice Poseidon was saying like they still could have won, and then Anthony Vargas was like, "No way, we would have won."
Anthony Vargas is all right. I'd like to see him train and get back in, but I don't think he took the loss very well for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, which is a shame because like at the end of the day, it's just like obviously it's not personal.
Yeah, it's just for fun.
Yeah.
So with the tag team match as well, did you like have an adrenaline dump? Obviously, you walked out and everything. You've been getting prepared backstage, but then suddenly having to sit on like at the side of the ring. So did you have an adrenaline dump at all?
For sure, for sure. I always do, right? Before I'm in the ring, while I'm in the locker room, all that. The whole time. I'm
Yeah.
fucking dumping adrenaline, bud.
How
Loads of
how do you go through that situation and control it?
I listen to Christian music and I chill. I call my friends or my mom or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm pretty calm. I stay calm. I hit mitts, talk to coach and stuff. You know, last event, I was in the locker room with Dean and Pineda. I was talking to Dean, talking to Pineda and his people and stuff.
yeah,
We're just getting pumped up.
yeah. And how important is it to you to surround yourself with good, supportive people?
Have to, man. Boxing's a lonely sport. It sucks training every day, coming home. I don't really have time for nothing else because when I get home, I'm working and I'm tired and I don't want to go out nowhere. So it's
Yeah,
good to have that support system around me, the people at my gym and close friends around here
yeah,
look after each other and all that.
yeah. Have you noticed anyone like trying to switch up or be nicer to you now that you're going on Misfits or you're getting more known?
Oh yeah, for sure. Loads of people, but
Name drop. Not
part of it. Definitely loads of people, but that's all part of it. It's cool.
Yeah, yeah. I suppose it's part of the process.
Yeah.
So what's your long term goal in YouTube boxing? You trying to become a champion or stuff, you know?
Maybe down the line, I'm trying to keep curating like good, entertaining fights that people will talk about instead of just me fighting the champ and like it's just like super serious. I like how it's fun and silly and the tag team mystery opponent with Pineda. Now we've got this going on. It's all a good time. I want to keep having fun with it. I'm not in a hurry to uh fight somebody like the top dogs like Slim and them. But like when it was put on my plate, I was gonna do it. But I'm kind of happy it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sets me up for my next question as well. So what do you think about like how influencer boxing's turned to now, where it is more fight based, more than entertainment? Do you miss the old days of it?
I don't because I think this way. I mean, obviously, I want people to be making content and keep grinding their influencer grind, but I think that the way that we're building it now, we're almost making it kind of like a league of influencers fighting each other.
Yeah.
So I think that that's cool. And if people like, we're growing the fan base, getting different types of influencers involved. I know we see a lot of the same influencers over and over again. So I definitely want like more people to come into the scene.
Yeah, definitely. And as well, who's some of your favorite Misfits fighters? Like, if you could name a couple of your favorites.
Anthony always puts on a good show, man. He's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Love
yeah,
Anthony.
legend.
He's also a good friend of mine. Same with Dean. Dean is probably the most skilled influencer boxer on Misfits and in the scene in general. So
Yeah.
got to give it up to him for that. Who else? I mean, JJ, he pulls the crowds.
Yeah,
KSI, he's the reason we all have the opportunity. So him and Jake Paul kind of started running with the influencer boxing thing, making it setting the path for us to start the league and everything like that. Where
yeah,
even JJ's not main eventing, we're main eventing, and hopefully like that does well too. Trying to build that fan base in the United States, obviously, because it's so big in England from KSI because he's like the biggest influencer in England.
yeah. And not many things happen in England, so it's like in America it's different because there's all these concerts or
There's always stuff to do.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like who else do I like on who else do I like on Misfits? I want to see Gib and Slim fight real bad.
Yeah, that would be a sick fight.
I like Slim, dude. Slim's the goat.
Yeah. Who have you got winning that fight, by the way?
Slim, I hope.
Okay. Okay.
That's who I want to win. I mean, Gibbs definitely got that next level cardio, bro.
Yeah.
But, I'm going for Slim on that.
Yeah. And obviously you mentioned Anthony Taylor, so obviously he's also fighting Paul Bamba on the card. Who do you have winning that fight? I take it you're going Anthony Taylor.
They're both buddies of mine. I definitely think it's going to be an interesting matchup. Paul Bamba being more of a boxer naturally than Anthony's was a UFC fighter. Obviously, now he's been boxing for a while, so he's kind of developed some of the good boxing traits. That one should be a good one.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. I don't know, but whoever wins, I'll be happy.
Yeah. A win-win.
Yeah.
And what about the tag team match, Dean and Yo Crocodile versus OJ Rose and Kimbo Slice?
Ballsy move of the boys, Dean and Cray Cray, like to step up, like to fight guys that are bigger than them.
Yeah.
But Dean's been fighting people that are bigger than him in the gym. OJ Rose is about my size. Kimbo's about my size. And Dean's cracked me before and fucked me up. And I think that I'm around the level of those guys. So I'd say Dean and Cray Cray probably got it. And I heard Cray Cray's good too. I've watched a couple of his videos.
Yeah. And obviously you just said there Dean's cracked you once. And what's some of your most memorable sparring moments, if you could name some of them?
I mean, I remember when I got dropped, like the first time I got dropped by this pro that came into our gym and he hit me a body shot and I went down off it. That was the first time. And yeah, Dean hit me with an uppercut that leaked me pretty bad. I spar Ashton Silv a bit.
Okay.
He's real good, obviously real high level. He doesn't go out on me. If he did, I'd be asleep probably. But yeah, he's my training partner, a good friend of mine, so I get to spar with him a bit, which is cool because he really lets me work on what I need to work on. And he's so fucking good, bro. Like he's so fucking like smart with boxing.
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
like,
his boxing IQ.
Like when we're moving in the first by the time the first round's over, he already knows what I need to work on. He like makes me start working on it.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is actual real. It's good to have people like that surrounding you anyway, because they always point out and they're not yes men, and so it always benefits you in the end.
Yeah, for sure. He's my brother. He's going through his camp right now too.
Yeah.
We're doing camp together and dieting together and everything. Trying to get skinny.
How do you see the KSI Tommy Fury fight going and Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz?
Jake Paul beats Nate. KSI and Tommy Fury, if before the Joe Fournier fight, although it wasn't very long, I didn't get to see too much of JJ. I would have told you that Tommy Fury smokes JJ, but I'm thinking it might be closer now. I don't know though, bro. Like, I want KSI to win, obviously. But dude, Tommy Fury, bro, he spent years at it. I'd be surprised if they fight soon.
Yeah.
But the biggest concern, sorry, go ahead. I was going to say, I think the biggest concern for JJ is the yak of rounds he's got. Obviously, his fights have been short recently, haven't they? So
Yeah, except for the ones a long time ago, which were years ago now.
yeah. So
I started boxing back then when they started.
oh yeah. So
I just have some years under my belt of it.
Yeah.
yeah. But if KSI Jake Paul ever happens as well, how do you see that going?
I don't know, man. Jake's definitely fought more credible opponents, but with KSI's last performance, he kind of made me start leaning towards him. It should be a good brawl, anyways. Either way it goes. I mean, Jake's probably a more technical boxer, and KSI's got his own little style going. It seems to be working for him with these guys. I wonder how it would work with Jake. I couldn't tell you. I hope JJ though.
Yeah. But as well, also go ahead, sorry.
No, I just said definitely. You're good.
All right, yeah. And do you have like a top 5 hit list?
Uh, sure. Supreme Patty, Bryce Hall, Nick,
Yeah.
Boom Gang. You know that guy?
Yeah, I
Boom
think
Gang.
so. Yeah.
And then um I don't know. I don't know who else.
All right. Well, just quickly, Bryce Hall. How do you think that fight would go if you did fight Bryce Hall?
I'd beat him.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
think it would go distance or it'd be like a stoppage?
Yeah, it could. It could go the distance. He's a pretty tough kid. Uh, but I think I'd outclass him.
Yeah. But it'd be a good fight promo wise and hype
Yeah,
wise.
for sure. For sure. Maybe if I get a bit bigger, I'll get that fight at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Just keep pushing for it.
Working on it. Main event now for the first time. So maybe if we can keep growing, maybe it makes sense.
Yeah, well, just quickly, how's it feel knowing it's your first main event?
I'm excited, bro. Yeah, I mean, what kind of sucks about it is like I always like to fight and then go out and watch the other fights,
Yeah,
but
but you can't do it.
obviously not able to this time. But I'm excited, man. It should be cool. Everyone will be in there for us. So yeah, I mean, I haven't really even like soaked it in yet. I really thought about it. I've just been working so much.
Yeah, training.
Yeah, and everything else that comes with it.
So as well, but going back to the Pineda fight real quick, have you rewatched that fight? I'm assuming.
I did like a couple weeks after, but not since.
Yeah. So is there anything you wish you did differently during that fight? Like, is there
Yeah. I wish I listened to my coaches more. I mean, he fucked me up in the first round. I couldn't even pay attention to what my coaches were saying. I was dazed. But yeah, I wish I would have dropped down to the body more through that right hand to the body, through the jab to the body. And then when he was punching, dropped lower and threw hooks to the body. But it's all learned experience. I feel like I learned a lot off that fight.
yeah. And then when you saw that Pineda was the mystery opponent and he was walked to the ring, how did you expect him to come out? Did you expect him to be the way he was, or was you expecting it to be like the KSI Pineda that we saw?
I didn't know much about him, but I definitely didn't expect him to be throwing as many punches as he was in that first round. Kind of gassed himself out a little bit, made it dangerous for him the last 2 rounds. Luckily, I was gassed out as well for him
Yeah,
because if I wasn't, I would have probably been throwing more too.
yeah. Do you think you were more gassed as well at the fact you had an adrenaline dump?
Yeah, that like, dude, those nerves make you gas out so much quicker. Like, there's almost nothing. There's very little you can do cardio wise to prepare for those nerves that you get when you're in there.
Yeah. And as well, what would you say is Pineda's best attributes? I mean, you've been in there, so you know it better than anyone.
Staying long,
Yeah,
long punches down the pipe, especially if you're shorter like I was.
yeah,
Uh, he throws that left hand to the body pretty well. Those didn't hurt me, but I'm sure if he kept doing them, they would have worn on me a bit.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, probably that. Probably staying long for him. He was
yeah,
landing a lot of shots, and even on my guard, even though a lot of shots he was landing on my guard were still like wearing me down a bit, you know?
yeah. Because even though it's on the gloves, it still takes energy away from you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So as well, I want to ask with the tag team and everything, like, how is it ever like difficult to communicate with him, especially with the language barrier and that?
Yeah, we don't really have to communicate too much. You just tag in, tag out. Uh,
Vamos.
yeah, I know my coach was calling him to come tag me in, but he wasn't responding. But I don't think it was because of the language barrier. I think it was just because of just he wanted to keep fighting, or probably didn't hear him or something. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not too hard.
Yeah,
yeah.
fair enough.
Was there any moments you were worried, like when Pineda went for it kind of in the first round? Was there any moments you're like, oh, he's going to finish it before he even tags me in?
No, I didn't. It didn't seem like he was about to finish it
Yeah,
in that first round.
yeah. And as well, I just wanted to ask you as well, what is your future goals content wise?
I really want to start getting more active on YouTube. I'm trying to build a team of people that live with me to really help me work on it because my time being so limited, I need a lot of help. Other than that, I want to start streaming more regularly again. I was doing it for a month or so, and I want to get back into it and go on Kick. I just made my Kick account. It's BDave on Kick.
Okay, I'll
Right.
give it a follow later.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and apparently Kick is better than Twitch in that, so I've heard, but
Yeah, I think a lot of our community is moving to Kick, which means I should probably be on Kick because people who could discover me are probably more people in our niche. Means
yeah,
they've probably seen me before or know of me.
yeah. How do you feel as well with Twitter Spaces? I feel like that's become a big part now of social media people connecting to each other.
Yeah, I like spaces. It's like you get to engage with our community. It's pretty fun.
Yeah,
I enjoy them, and I just like go around in there and fuck around, talk shit to the boys.
yeah. Have you heard of the fan, the boy who loves KSI?
I know the fan. Fan's a good buddy of mine. The fan's the goat.
Yeah. Some of his video, I love the one where he was on about how to beat Tommy Fury.
Yeah, yeah, dude. He's a fucking class act.
Yeah. And I just wanted to ask as well, in case before Cal's got any other questions, but with YouTube boxing in general, is there any other platforms you would like to fight on apart from Misfits?
No, I'm keeping it cool with Misfits right now, man. I have a real good relationship with Mams and the rest of the people at the Zone, everything like that. I definitely plan on sticking around Misfits anyway, because I mean that's where my fan base is anyway, right? All the Misfits fans.
Yeah, that's true. You are loved on Misfits, especially in the UK. Like a lot of people, like you and Lewis Pineda are like almost is more goated than KSI here.
Yeah, they love us out there, man.
Yeah. How do you find the love back home? Is it just the same as what it is out here?
Yeah, I mean, obviously when I'm in London, I'm kind of like centralized around like a lot of the Misfits fans because I'm there at events. I'm never just walking around London
Yeah.
for real. So I'm sure it'll be the same when we have this fight here in the United States. But I mean, the UK people just ride harder. They're more diehards. So
Yeah.
So like you good looking motherfucker. So if you could give any advice to us like smaller creators and stuff, like to grow up platforms, what would you say is the number one advice that you could give?
I mean, there's always holes. There's always spots opening up for people. Like somebody pulls out, they need a last minute sub. Never be afraid to take that chance, like I did. You don't know where it can lead you, and get yourself surrounded with people who are in the Misfits community. Like become part of a gym that has Misfits fighters in it. Like my coach talks to Mams about stuff, or when they need replacement fighters, my coach will call, or Mams will call my coach and ask, "Oh, do you have anybody for this or that?" So I mean, involving yourself around that community is important.
Yeah.
And I want to ask as well. So, didn't you have a fight before you went on Misfits?
Yeah, I had two.
You had two. So, what were those? What was the difference between fighting on having those two fights, and then fighting on Misfits?
You definitely get treated a lot better at Misfits from from my last fights. But no, those were fun. I'm grateful for them for those events, stuff like that. It was good. It was good for me to warm up there before I went to Misfits for sure. Uh, my first fight they called it a draw, even though I definitely won that fight.
Yeah.
I dropped him twice. He never dropped me or anything in 4 rounds. I don't understand how it was a draw. But
Jordan.
and then my second fight I won. I stopped him in the second round, beginning of the second, I think.
Yeah. I had a question as well, and it was just, so how do you stay dedicated to your craft? Like, there must be times, obviously, where you think, oh, it might not work out, but how do you go through that and stay like confident that you will end up being where you want to be?
When I get unconfident, which happens for sure, I just focus on what more can I do to make sure I can get that confidence back? Or if I don't feel like I'm where I need to be, what else can I do to make sure that I can get there in time?
Yeah.
You know, you can always do more, I feel like. So I try to do as much as I can.
Yeah. And this might sound like a stupid question, but I ask every guest pretty much, but do you believe in manifestation and the law of attraction and all that stuff?
I don't know, maybe. I I'm not a spiritual cunt, but
Yeah.
I I definitely believe that I create my own destiny, and I worked on this for a on social media and stuff like that for a long time to be able to get to the spot that
Yeah.
I'm at right now. So
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely created it myself.
Okay, yeah, and just lastly, how does your mum feel now that you're getting all this success? She must be so proud of what you've achieved.
Yeah, she's happy, man. She's cool. She thinks it's cool. When I first started boxing, she probably didn't think it was going to be like it is now, but you know, because I tried for so long and been failing for so long before it started to work out. So she's grateful that it started to work out and I didn't quit.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, at least he didn't waste so many years and it's not worked out for him."
If you keep trying, you keep trying, you keep trying, you're bound to work out. You just got to keep learning, keep adjusting, and keep your ego small.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's good words. And is there anything else you would like to say to the audience before we wrap up, or Cal, do you have any other final questions?
No, I'm out of questions. Just want to thank him for coming on. Yeah, it's been a pleasure, man.
Of course, man. Thanks. Yeah, follow me on Kick. I'm about to start streaming this week.
Doing that, and as well, thank you so much for coming on to the episode. We really appreciate it, and thank you for your time.
Of course, boys. Nice meeting y'all. Y'all be easy.